Hello, welcome. We're going to talk today about the Tower of Babel, the Dor HaFlaga, something very interesting. It says that the people in the time of the Tower of Babel, they wanted to keep united and they wanted to build a big tower, and Hashem was not happy with them. It's very weird. It says that Hashem created confusion among them. Hashem mixed their languages, and he wanted to confuse them and to stop the scheme of what they were doing. Hashem was concerned, he was worried that they would take control of the world. Something very weird, Hashem concerned. It says in Sanhedrin 107a, it says that the sin of these people was worse than the one at the time of the Ark of Noah. And these people who made this sin of the Tower of Babel had no portion of the world to come. So what did they do that was worse than the time of Noah? Why? Why was the question? Why were they rebelling against? Okay. Sanhedrin 109a, it says that the Tower of Babel, 1/3 still exists up to today. 1/3 was burned, and 1/3 was swallowed by the ground and disappeared. So it's weird. A tower, it says that at that time they had one language, they were united. For what? What was the purpose that they have? So in Likutei Torah by Rav Chaim Vital, it says that the generation of the Tower of Babel, they wanted to draw down Hashem's blessings. They wanted to bring tranquility, prosperity, parnasah, peace, everything, using Hashem's names without having to serve Hashem, without having to follow His will. Why? Because they have a very deep knowledge of Kabbalah, and they knew that there were 7 different names of Hashem that they could use, and by using these 7 names of Hashem that cannot be erased, they were able to bring down godliness into this world. They were able to bring down these blessings. What type of blessings? One of the worlds is Kel, which is Chesed. Another one is Elohim, which is Gebura, strictness. The other one is Havaya, which is Tiferet, is beauty, is balance. So, how does it work? There is a command center up in the heavens, and it's called Asilut. There are different worlds that we're not going to talk too much about them, but we have Asilut, Beria, Yetzira, and Asiya. And the highest world of something called the Order of Tikkun, we'll talk a little bit later, is the world of Asilut, emanation. And in this place, in the world of Asilut, there are 10 Sefirot, 10 energies. We're going to concentrate in 7 energies called the Sefirot, the Midot, that have special powers to bring kindness, to bring strictness, to bring justice, to bring different energies that sustain the world. So what they wanted to do is, there is a system that Hashem created by which when we do mitzvahs, we study Torah, and we follow Hashem's will, we're able to elicit these energies. And by eliciting these energies, we're able to bring into the world blessings of prosperity, of rain, of parnasah, of good health, etc. So what they were trying to do was to make a real change in this world without having to follow Hashem. So in these 7 names of Hashem, there's one that is the greatest of all. It's called Havaya. Yud Kei Vat Kei. And this name of Hashem is a name that combines all of them. It brings balance between all the names. So it's able to, through using this name, to achieve what every other name has in a balanced way and in a beautiful way. So to be able to understand a little bit deeper what we're talking about, we need to understand that when Hashem is creating the world, He has the Ein Sof, the never-ending light, which goes into something called like a laser beam, the Kav, and then it goes into a world that is called Tohu. Tohu is the world of chaos. The world of chaos is referred in Kabbalistic terms as nekudim, dots, but the dots scatter, not together. And then there's another world, Antef Tohu, called the Seder of Tikkun, where you have Asilut, Beria, Yetzira, and Asiya. And these worlds are called Berudim, which is also dots, but dots in groups, not separated. So what is the difference? The difference is that Tohu is, the energies in Tohu are egocentric. That means that they don't care about anything else. They don't care about their source. They only care about them. So you have the same Sefirot, the same Midot, the same energies, but they don't interact with each other. So Chesed, kindness, is very strong. Gevura, justice, is very strong. Everything is very strong, but they don't care about each other. So it says that when Hashem was creating the world, the energy went into this Sefirot, and it was so strong, they're egocentric, that they went into vessels, like imagining that you're putting water into a glass, and it broke. The glass, the keli, the container was not able to sustain them, and it broke. And that energy came into the world, and that's why we have in this world good and bad. And our work is to do berurim, to sift between the good and the bad, and elevate the good. So we do this in this world by doing Torah and mitzvot. And by doing Torah and mitzvot, what we do is we elevate the world back to a source. So the interesting part is that in the world of Tikkun, in Asilut, you still have kindness, you still have justice, you still have balance, you have different energies like Netzach, Hod, Yesod, Malchut, etc. But they all work for one, for Hashem's will. So a person is going to, this energy is going to be kind, is because it's Hashem's will. It's going to be, it has justice or be strict because it wants to serve Hashem. So kindness and strictness can work together as long as they're serving Hashem. So that is the difference in Tohu, because in the world of Tohu, they don't care about each other. So it says that the people of the Dor HaFlaga, the Tower of Babel, they wanted to make a name for themselves. What does it mean, a name of themselves? They knew very well Kabbalah. They knew how to manipulate the words, the different names of Hashem, and with saying different words, they were able to bring the blessings directly. So they were building a tower to go up to heaven and bring all these blessings, and they were doing it united, because they knew that if you're not united, you cannot bring these blessings. So they were uniting, but for the wrong reason. Not because they love each other, not because Hashem wanted to be united. It's because that was the name, the way to make a name for themselves. What a name for themselves is create a name of Hashem that they could use to bring these blessings, bypassing the system and not serving Hashem. So they knew that Tiferes was the biggest name. So that was what they were after. And this living in harmony was nice. Hashem wants us to be in harmony, but Hashem doesn't want us to be in harmony only to be able to take advantage of the system and abuse the system. So if you could see the reality, they only care about themselves. They didn't care about anybody else. So what they wanted to do, they wanted to beetle, they wanted to eliminate, they wanted to make nothing, Hashem, eliminated from the equation, and they wanted them to be important. And what we do every day and what Hashem wants us is exactly the opposite. Hashem wants us, for us, to beetle, to make our existence not important, and to make Hashem existence important. So when we are connected to Hashem, making our existence not important and connecting through Torah and mitzvot, we're bringing holiness, because once we're not here, godliness can come and the blessings can come. But when we're here and we occupy an important space and we push Hashem away, then godliness cannot come, because only us occupy this space. So what did Hashem do? Hashem came and He mixed their language, and He ruined the scheme that they have. And not only that, He forfeited their place in the world to come, because it was so bad what they wanted to do. They wanted, not only they were selfish in wanting to live their life, they wanted Hashem not to exist in this world. And that was totally unacceptable. How can we understand this? Is when we see children that they work for their father and they don't like each other, they really hate each other. One is in charge of production, the other one is in charge of sales, the other one in finance, etc. And they are fighting all day, and the father doesn't know what to do because they don't follow his directives. So the business is going bad. Suddenly one day, they begin to behave amazing. How? They sat down and say, you know something, by us behaving amazing, our father is going to be so happy with us, he's going to give us the control of the business, and once we're in control of the business, we'll kick him out and we'll run the business. So it's exactly what the people of the Tower of Babel was doing, and it didn't work. Because even though Hashem allows the system to work, Hashem controls the system. So there is a creator, there is a purpose, there is a system. And by you following Hashem's will, you will be, God willing, to bring all the blessings that He has for you and your family and for all the world. See you next time. Thank you.